guys, it's Bri. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing 14 Days of Love. Check out the other videos. But today we're going to talk about loving yourself, and I have with me...
I'm Brittany from The Essence of a Curvy Girl.
I'll link her below. And we're just going to get straight into it. Loving yourself. So what does that mean for you?
Loving yourself and self-love to me means taking care of yourself and accepting who you are regardless of anything else that's going on in your life. So it's all about you, self-love.
Right. And with Valentine's Day coming up, I think that it's very important that you do love yourself and acknowledge that you are important and that you are special before you go out looking for love, if that makes sense. Would you agree?
I do agree. This is my personal belief, and I do believe it can be applicable to everybody else. I feel like if you don't love yourself, then how can somebody else love you? Because you're the only person that knows what you need and the best way to love you. So before I love anybody else, I love Brittany first.
Right, so that you can communicate that to the person who you're looking to love, and so that you know how they are to treat you.
Yeah, it's just kind of like standard. Like, if I'm not going to take less because I just value myself. My self-value is there. My self-worth is there. And that's all different aspects of self-love to me.
Love yourself.
It's really about your energy. It's really about who you surround yourself with. And if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't take care of your energy, then honestly,
you can't expect other people to do it for you. Keep that goal in mind, to be happy, to stay positive, and to surround yourself with people who help maintain that.
With self-love, and this is just my experience and my opinion, with self-love comes self-confidence, and with self-confidence comes self-realization.
True.
And with self-realization, there comes a point where you are whole. You become a whole person. And
this is powerful.
And when you're a whole person, you can love freely, and you can love without limitation.
And I would say also that it attracts people to you.
Yeah, when guys are like, "Oh, you're so confident."
Right.
I'm like, well, thank you so much.
I mean, it does. I'm not going to say that it makes you the most attractive person in the world, because there are other people who love themselves as well.
Yeah, there's a difference.
And you look different from the next person. Other people, people are attracted to what they're attracted to.
Yeah.
But it's definitely being your best self. People are like, oh, live your best life. Yes.
Yeah.
And love yourself. Love yourself. So even if you're a stripper, love yourself.
Girl, if you are a stripper, that's right, girl. Work the pole the way you gotta work the pole. And guess what? You have to have a certain amount of self-confidence to do certain things.
Right. And that also goes with respect, because,
because, like, I'm not gonna knock you for your hustle. You're doing what you're doing for you. But don't do something that will take away from your energy. You get what I'm saying?
Nothing is degrading unless you let it be degrading for yourself.
Like, when I hear people be like, oh, strippers are dirty this, dirty that, I'd be like,
that's not true. There can be a very clean stripper. She just likes to dance on the pole.
It's athleticism now. Have you seen them? It is not the same.
And she's making a lot of money while
doing it. She's making more than most people.
For real.
What's important to me in terms of loving myself is finding the treatment that I deserve. And I would say that the people that I do have in my space and that I do have in my life help feed and uplift me, So when I'm having my down days and stuff like that, I can text you guys and be like, oh, I'm depressed or something like that. And loving yourself doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be completely uplifted all the time.
I was going to say that too.
And it definitely means, just knowing not to stay in the pit. Even if you don't have people, on my blog, like I said, The Essence of a Curvy Girl.
Shameless plug.
It is a shameless plug. But I have a post that talks about self-love, and I talk about something that I invented for myself called the Mirror of Encouragement.
Right.
Where I was at a point in my life where I was just like, Brittany, nothing coming, nothing going.
And everybody has that.
And everybody has that. And I was
so
depressed. And nothing that no one can say, because sometimes with self-love issues, you're not open or receptive of what people say to you or say to you. So I made the Mirror of Encouragement, where I just wrote 2 phrases on the mirror, basically saying, like, God loves you and you're beautiful. And from there, I just by saying it every morning to myself, self-affirmation is part of self-love. It really helped me, validate myself.
Right. That's just like for 2018, the group of us, the girls' room, came together and we did vision boards. I mean, I didn't vlog that or anything like that. I mean, it's kind of personal for each of us.
Yeah.
But I mean, that really helped me, and that's also part of the reason why I'm doing these 14 days of love. I mean, to encourage others, to encourage myself when I look back on these videos, and just keep it going, falling back in love with my hobbies, which it includes YouTube, includes other things like DIYs, includes, cooking and my health, really. So, I think that all goes into self-love. Love yourself.
Yeah, because, as much as,
your parents,
you
might have a loved one,
yeah,
like a significant other, they're not going to be able to support themselves and then carry you as a burden as well. Not that you are a burden to them, but
you don't want to put other expectations on people.
Right.
That's a common misconception that I find with people today. Like, and I've done this myself. Like, I've expected people to treat me the way I treat them.
Oh, that's...
And then what ends up happening is when they hurt me, I'm kind of like, well, and
you're in your feelings.
You're in your feelings. And so our other friend, she's off camera, but Chelsea's here. Chelsea said to me one day, Chelsea was like, Brittany, you can't keep expecting people to treat you the way you treat them. Like, you're a good person and not everybody will be able to treat you that way. And I couldn't understand it for quite some time because I was just like, but I'm a good person. You should treat me the same way.
But that's not the case.
And then I forgot, like, this is how I want to be treated. And so I can't put that expectation on somebody else. But what I can do, is, be open and be loving, but be wise at the same time. Protect my own self-interest and my own energy, because not everybody needs to be in your energy.
Not everyone's going to walk around eggshells for you, and it's not really just walking around eggshells. To me, it's a respect thing, and I definitely go through what you go through sometimes, where, like, even at work, certain people get certain treatment because they are less fragile, if that makes any sense. Like, they're more assertive. And it's the workplace, so you don't want to be assertive or aggressive all the time. But it seems to get some people further ahead than other people who, might say yes to the extra job. They would say no, but, someone like me is like, okay, if I have the time, I'll definitely do it. A boss or a coworker will think that, oh, you can do it anytime after you say yes that one time. Certain people will treat you a certain way, but love yourself. Know what your expectations are for yourself, and you have to learn to be not as assertive as another individual, because you are not that individual. You are yourself. So you have to learn how to let others know what it is that you expect, and so that they know how to treat you. Like, how does religion tie into that self-love? I think that it does. Like, if you read the Bible, a lot of people say that if you stick with, maybe not, I don't want to talk about the Bible at all.
I mean, that
was okay, so I could just bring it like, okay, so we are religious people.
I wouldn't say we're religious people. I
well,
would say
we have
faith-based.
Right.
We have a faith that we abide by.
We're Christian. As far as going to church every Sunday, we don't really,
But that's okay. Jesus still loves me.
But if you read the Bible, you can learn how to love yourself and how to treat yourself. Because it is about how you treat yourself as well. Not just how you envision yourself to be treated, but you have to also show it. Like, show, if you take care of yourself and everybody else can see that glow, they'll want to maintain that glow or treat it with respect.
Right.
The way you want it to be treated.
Because, the Bible does say that we're all created, we're fearfully and wonderfully made, and I think it's Psalms 146 or something like that. And it says that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And it also goes on to say that you are created in God's image. So I just feel like, like whether you believe in auras or...
It's a light. You let the light shine.
It's a light. Like, you were created, whatever you believe, whatever you think created you, whether you came out of matter or something like that, something spontaneous happened. Whatever it is, but something spontaneous happened and created this person, and you are that person, and because you are that person, you are worth love and you are worth, you know, being treated well. Like, you
Right.
know, you're just not here just because, you know, like I
Right.
feel like everybody has a purpose, and within that purpose, you know, you deserve to be loved.
And you start by loving yourself. Love yourself. So with all that said, make sure that you go down into the comments and tell us what you think about self-love. How do you get there? What are some of your issues with loving yourself? Don't be afraid. I kind of want to have this be, you know, a judgment-free zone, very positive, uplifting, you know, inspirational.
Definitely.
I mean, it's 14 days of love, so I don't have space for hate. You will get blocked. So
Tell a best friend.
and also check her blog out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say website, but it's whatever. Her website, her blog.
What is it? Yeah.
The Essence of a Curvy Girl.
The Essence of a Girl is my blog, and my URL is www.thecurvyessence.com. And on my blog, there's a contact page, and so you guys can write me. You can email me. I'm open to talking. I'm pretty good with answering emails back because my phone is never far from my hand. So something on my blog is my tagline. It says to discover your essence, then embrace it. And so part of self-love is discovering your essence and embracing it.
Right.
So,
and that's a journey that everyone's on. All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
bye guys.
Some people, for whatever reason, are
cocky.
turned off by people who know what they want and go out there and they're like, you are not it.
By me knowing who I am and what I want, that means that I can be a better person for you.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even